Carson. This is Ed McMahon and Doc Severinsen, and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Arnold Schwarzenegger, comedian John Bowman, the music of Little Village, and the final visit from El Moldo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Didn't I not, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I see this crowd at a party at Jerry Brown's house a few years ago? Oh, Friday night. You sound in a good mood. We got a good show for you tonight. Did you know, I just remembered, it was in the paper. This is the beginning of spring break around the country. Yeah. You know what that is, of course. That's when kids do everything that the Democratic candidates are accused of doing. You know who the mayor of Palm Springs, California is? Sonny Bono. Now, they've had problems down there in the past. They've gone crazy down there. So Bono this year is trying to keep the spring break under some kind of control. So he asked teenagers, before they go out, to appoint a designated barfer. Well, now, have you been following the charges in the papers? I don't know which paper started, LA Times, New York Times, against Clinton, and now Jerry Brown. They're turning into the Cheech and Chong of national politics. If you didn't see the article, somebody came up with an article accusing, I say accusing, Jerry Brown of attending parties or throwing parties in somebody's home where there are a lot of marijuana seeds around and stuff like that. Now, Brown denies the charges. However, Jerry said he did experiment once in the 60s with a mantra, but he never chanted. No, if you have to think it over, forget it. Actually, Jerry Brown's parties were not that popular. If you got an invitation to one of Jerry's parties, you had to RSVP by calling an 800 number. But Brown said, he said he never saw any drugs being used. Now, the Democratic voters have got a great choice this year between see no evil and inhale no evil. Take your pick. Now, Jerry did confess to one party when he was governor. He said he got a secondary high standing between Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda. There was just a news item that came in a while ago. The same team that located Amelia Earhart is now going in search of the Pat Buchanan campaign. Clinton is taking time off from the campaign because you know why? Laryngitis. Doctor said, take time off, laryngitis. They advised him to limit apologies for his personal life to just 2 a week. Let's see what else. You heard about Yasser Arafat? Still in the hospital. Visited again today. What a thrill this must be. To come out of an nap and see Muammar Gaddafi. Saddam Hussein could not visit the hospital, so he strapped a pick-me-up bouquet to a Scud missile. Look. Come on, let's be honest. Arafat is not one of the best-looking men you have ever seen in the world, right? And he's having problems with his night nurse. She keeps putting the bedpan under the wrong end. Now, it turns out the plane didn't crash because of a sandstorm. Apparently, they think it's a bomb planted by his second-in-command, Sammy the Camel Hussein. That's what they think. I wish they hadn't thought that. Have you read this bizarre story? President Aquino of the Philippines refuses to allow Ferdinand Marcos's body back into the Philippines until after the election. Poor Marcos. He's been spinning around on that baggage carousel. At the Manila airport for 2 weeks now. Actually, you know where he is? Marcos is in a refrigerated compartment in Hawaii. And the whole thing has screwed up his summer because he'd promised to sublet his place to Lennon. That's right. The Lennon. What else is going on? Baseball season open this week? Baseball fans here? Yeah. Did you hear? Apparently they have cleared the way for a Japanese company to buy the Seattle baseball team. Yeah, it's true. I think it's okay for the Japanese to buy a major league team, but I don't think they should have changed the name to the team to the Seattle Lazy Unmotivated Mariners. Do you? Well, have you read about the House Post Office clerk, the House Post Office in Washington? The clerk there has been indicted for selling drugs in the House Post Office. Now, they should have suspected something because there are only two kinds of stamps in the post office. The young Timothy Leary and the old Timothy Leary. It was kind of a different post office. The wanted posters were all congressmen. Little international news? Would you like a little international news? Okay. Outside of Paris, I guess when? Tomorrow? The $4.4 billion, what they call it, Euro Disney Park is going to open outside of Paris. The French apparently are not too happy about it. You think of that, Euro Disney next to Paris? Change things. I just can't see Casablanca. You know, with Bogart coming up to Ingrid Bergman. You're going to say, we'll always have Euro Disneyland. You see? He said in the picture, in that very tender, emotional scene between Bergman and Ilsa, we'll always have Paris, you see. We'll always have Paris. It wouldn't be the same now to say, we'll always have Euro Disney. May 22nd, just flashed in front of my eyes. Okay, tonight we have a show for you, and we're going to find it pretty soon, too. We have Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger with us tonight. And I think this comedian is the first time on The Tonight Show, right? John Bowman is here tonight, a new comedian for you. And a very hot musical group, Little Village, are here tonight. Is here tonight. Would you say Little Village is here tonight or Little Village are here tonight? Is that a collective noun?
Is.
Yes. What? Is. Little Village, meaning a collective noun, is here.
That's right.
The members of the group, of course, are here.
How about they will be here?
They'll be here. Yeah. And also, are we going to still do the sketch?
Absolutely. El Moldo.
Oh, sure. Okay, we'll be right back. All right.
Thank you, Doctor. And the great NBC Orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, may we have silence in the audience. And kindly darken the stage. Following a 3-year absence from our show and a record-breaking 5-day engagement at Frisky Pete's Leftover Eats in Succasauna, New Jersey, we now present the master of mentalism, the man with the computer brain, the model for the Fruit of the Loom blueberries, the amazing El Moldo.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than I, the amazing El Moldo. Recently, I have traveled the world and brought back the mysteries of India, the wisdom of Persia, and an incredible rash from the change room of a Tasmania Kmart.
Welcome back, El Moldo. It's been a long time.
Yes, the last time El Moldo was here, NBC was #1. And with material like this, they may never reach that point again.
Do you have anything for your first trip?
Would you have on your person an ordinary $20 bill?
Yes, I do. Right here.
No, don't show it to me. You're going to need it in June. Now, tell me this. If El Moldo can predict the number on that bill without seeing it, will you give it to him?
I certainly will.
Be precise. An exact number on that bill is 20. El Moldo is never wrong.
Wow.
I perceive someone in the audience is sending El Moldo a very strong signal. Yes, I see it now. Someone is having car trouble.
Wait a minute, Elmo. You have to be more specific than that.
All right, unwanted car trouble.
Can you zero in on the type of car?
Certainly it's a foreign car, an expensive foreign car. Is Pat Buchanan in the audience?
No. Try harder, your amazingness.
I'm trying as hard as I can. You'll never know how hard I'm trying. Please. These transmissions do not come easy. I'm getting the number 2 and the number 5. Somebody has the license plate 25.
No, El Moldo.
Someone has a 25-year-old car. How about a 25-year-old in the back seat of a car? Has anyone ever lost a quarter between their seats?
Wait a minute, that's probably everybody in the audience.
That's right, El Moldo has done it again. No, I was supposed to ask for the fanfare first, but even the crew here can read El Moldo's mind. They knew El Moldo was going to say, "May I have a fanfare?" I can actually transmit my thoughts to the stage manager, and he pre-guessed me.
Maybe I'll go into the audience.
Why don't you? I wish I could go with you, yes. My assistant will now go into the audience to serve as a conduit for El Moldo's stunning psychic powers. But first, I'm going to ask a member of our audience to call out a playing card. I will make it fly from across this ordinary deck, across the studio. Some lady, the lady in the green dress in the third row, would you call out any card in the deck?
King of clubs.
The king of clubs. I will now make the king of clubs fly from this deck across the studio. Did you see it? Second card from the top, the black one with a crown.
El Moldo.
Yes.
I'm standing with a gentleman. I picked at random from the audience.
Aha. I know for a fact, sir, that you are not happy.
Now, how do you know that, El Moldo?
Because Happy is a dwarf about this high with a pointy hat. I know Happy when I see him, and that's not Happy.
El Moldo will now define this man's hometown by asking a few psychically probing questions.
Very well. What's your area code?
No, it's not probing enough.
All right, sir. Have we ever met before?
No.
Did I meet with you privately in the lobby before the show earlier and pay you $50 to say that?
No, you didn't. No.
I didn't?
No.
Ed, you're in the wrong aisle.
No. This is the guy. What's his hometown?
I sense, sir, concentrate, please, sir. I sense you have come a great distance to be here.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What a waste. You came from the east, am I right?
Yep.
From the
El
east.
Moldo?
Yes?
Everybody in the audience is from the east.
All right, think again, sir. I see the word new. You're definitely from New Jersey.
Nope.
New Mexico.
Nope.
New York.
Nope.
New Jack City.
Nope.
New Delhi.
Nope.
You once ate some New Jack cheese in a deli.
Nope.
You have a new house.
Nope.
A new job.
Nope.
A new wife.
No.
Well, no wonder with that negative attitude. Did I say new, sir? I meant nude. You spent part of every day totally nude.
Well, I had to take a shower.
That's what I was seeing. And it's not a pretty sight either, sir. El Moldo is hot tonight. Listen to the cue. Can I have a drum roll? That's right.
All right. I think it is time for you to don...
It's time for many things.
What is it? It's time for you to don a billfold. A blindfold, rather.
I'll don a blindfold or a billfold, I don't care. Later on, I'll don a reed, I don't care. Yes. Let Moldo blindfold himself. God, we're never going to get out of this, are we? When we're in it, we're in it. There, El Moldo is completely blindfolded.
Prove to us that you can't see anything.
What did you say, sir?
Prove to us that you can see nothing through that blindfold.
That's a very expensive-looking set.
El Moldo is right. He obviously sees nothing.
That's right. El Moldo has a terrible headache. He's going to retire.
The amazing El Moldo.
Good evening. Well, what a night. Oh, what a night. You folks who just happened to tune in, what a lucky break. Have you ever, huh? We just couldn't get that thing on track tonight. I don't know why.
I was the one that requested it. You did it as a favor for me.
That's right. You said you got to do El Moldo before you leave.
Well, it's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
People had their VCRs turned up for that baby
you
tonight.
betcha.
That's a classic. Am I right, gang?
Oh, sure.
Is that
You're doing your best. You know, if 10 or 12 years ago, if somebody would come to you and say, I know this great-looking guy, former Mr. Olympiad about 4 times, bodybuilder, by the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and in 10 or 12 years, he will probably, without a doubt, is the biggest movie star in the entire world today. He's not only known in this country. You can go to Japan, you could go to Australia, you can go to France, you can go to China, and they all know this gentleman. He's a sensational draw at the box office. And he's just made his directorial debut with a romantic comedy called Christmas in Connecticut, which premieres on Turner Network television on Monday, the 13th of this month. Would you welcome Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Well, it's great to be back.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Would you have thought 10 or 12 years ago, or 15 years ago, when you first came to this country, that you would have remotely the kind of success you have now? You must have thought about it. You want to be a success, but it's just transcended everything.
Yeah, I had a tremendous drive. I remember that. And I had great visions of what I wanted to do with my life. But, I mean, I did not dream at all that it would go that far. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I remember it was 16 years ago or so that I did the first time the show here.
That's right.
Yeah, and I was posing here for the audience.
That's right.
And flexing the muscles with the baby oil on it. You remember that,
sure.
Huh? And all this. And yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, you were posing with me.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I had a pose down.
But anyway, and at that point, I had a dream that I wanted to get into acting and all that. But, of course, you can never even think about that you go that far, because it's really... A part of it is so much up to the audience, how much they like you, how much they like you acting, and the parts that you play, and all those things, and what kind of directors you have, and all that. So I got a lot of help.
Is there any place in the world, Arnold, that you could go where they wouldn't know you? I can't imagine where it would be. Your films are dubbed into every language in the world. Chinese, et cetera, French, Japanese, and so forth. It would be kind of tough to hide out, isn't it?
It is tough, yeah. But if there's a place, please let me know so I can go on vacation.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here again.
Well,
now,
thank you.
Why do a lot of actors want to be directors? There's a lot of jokes about I want to direct, a lot of actors, and you get into it.
Yeah, it's. I think that you are around good directors so much, and that you learn as time goes on. You do around 10, 15 pictures, and then eventually you say to yourself, I got to try this. It's a lot of risk, of course, that is involved, and so you just you just want to take a shot at it, at the whole thing, and you start out little. Some people start out big right away, but I started out little. I started 2 years ago with Tales of the Crypt, and then this time I did a full-length feature for television. And it's a scary thing. And I think if someone that wants challenges, they want to take on challenges, that's the thing really to do, because it is really much more of a responsibility than acting. Because in acting, you're just responsible for your own part. But I mean, when you get into directing, you have to make decisions about the whole look of the picture and where to shoot it and what the special effects should be and how the scenes should go and what actors to hire and all, and you deal with the personalities of
Did
the
you
actors
intimidate any of the actors? Now you've got Diane Cannon, you've got Chris Christopherson, I believe, Tony Curtis.
Yeah, Tony Curtis, that's right, and Richard Roundtree, and there's a whole bunch of great actors that you have in a film. No, listen, you can't really intimidate them. You just try to scare them 24 hours a day. That's all. That's all you're trying to do there. But I had really good actors.
Right.
And I had people like Diane Cannon that, of course, have directed themselves.
Right.
And so whenever there was any discussion or any problem, I could always go to her, or I could go to Tony Curtis or to Richard Roundtree, any of those actors, and ask them for advice or for questions. So there was really a kind of a good unit there, and everyone helped.
Yeah, would you like to do more of this?
Oh, I would love to do more of this. Yes, absolutely. I think that this one turned out so well, and although it's a television film, but it became really a big event.
Yeah.
The whole idea of just opening a Christmas movie in April became a big event, you know. And I remember Ted Turner calling me and he says, "Why do you want to release this movie in April?" And I said to him,
Did he say it with that accent?
"Yeah,
Like
exactly."
you did?
Just similar accent. Similar accent. So I said to him, "Why not?" He says, "Okay, you got it.
You got it.
You got it. That's it. We do it this way." And then, you know, the original movie was released in July. And the original Christmas in Connecticut, which was in 1944, I think, or 45, it was released in July.
Right. Are we going to show a little clip later? Do you want to take a break first? Okay, we'll do this first, then we'll come back. Stay with us.
It's Howard Stern, plus Sharon Stone and Meet John Doe, tonight on NBC.
Hi, I'm Sharon Stone, hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest Pearl Jam.
If you were a religion, you'd be a Baptist.
Garth, check it out.
You'll never guess in a million years where you can get 2 pieces of Pappy Parker's fresh fried chicken and crispy golden fries and a fresh garden salad and a big slice of cherry hot fudge cake for dessert, all for the incredibly low price of just $3.99. Go ahead, just take a wild guess. Come on, this is easy. Give him a hint. Love that hot fudge cake.
We're back talking with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, this may seem like a silly question. Let me ask you this. We had Lou Ferrigno on here some months ago. And Lou, as you know, was in competition with you a lot of these bodybuilding. And he was going to go back in at his age, said he wanted to do one more shot and try it. I guess just because he was at that age. Mark Spitz went back to, swimming. Did people ever come to you and say, Arnold, why don't you come back and
many times
try that again?
Many times. A lot of money has been offered to me to come back into competition and all this. But I think that it's almost impossible to do that because the amount of weights that you have to lift, the tons and tons of weights every day, I think that your body cannot recuperate as fast as when you're young in order to lift all those weights. So you get into injuries and so on.
When you
so
say tons of weight, give the idea, people, when you talk about repetitions or a number of sets you do.
To just squat with 500 or 600 pounds and to do 10 repetitions and to do 10 sets of that weight and bench press and deadlifts with 500-600 pounds. I mean, it's just so so damaging to your joints. And to your body. When you're young, your body recuperates much faster. Right. But when you get older, then the body is really not ready for this kind of punishment.
Right.
And so I always suggest to people, if you try to come back, forget it.
Yeah.
I mean, just try. I mean, it's that simple. Forget. I mean, try something else, because it's very difficult. I think it's very courageous of Lou Ferrigno to do that, and he may be successful at it, but it's just he has a tremendous disadvantage because of that, because of the age factor. He has a tremendous advantage because hereditarily, he, of course, was built very large with a tremendous willpower and a great frame and good looking and all those things. So I wish him, of course, the best of luck. I hope he wins, But I think that what you have to do with that success in a sport is you have to then go on and use that and maybe used it as an inspiration to young kids that
Yeah.
are coming up, that are maybe 10, 12 years old, that need someone that they look up to and that inspires them and tell them exercise every day, train with weights, run and stay fit, stay away from drugs, stay away from alcohol and tobacco and all those kind of things. So I think that's really the next step as an athlete that you have to make, is use that and influence young kids to the better.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Now, I hear you, I have heard your name bandied about by a few people in the area of politics. You're married into a political family. You're a Republican. Maria's a Democratic family. And I hear your name come up occasionally by people who know what they're saying. Arnold Schwarzenegger ought to run for some kind of public office. Now, what do you say when people come to you and ask you that? Are you interested in that?
Well, first of all, I always say no, because I have no interest in running for public office.
Right.
I think that the reason why people are saying it is simple, because I'm married to a woman that comes from a political family, and number two, because I am so much involved in a political arena because of the physical fitness.
Yes.
Because I'm the chairman of the President's Council on Physical Fitness, and so I'm with President Bush a lot of times discussing the area of fitness and also sometimes campaigning with him because I'm a believer in him. So people think, well, wait a minute, I think he's so much in Washington, or he's so much dealing with all those governors all over the country and with senators and lobbying and all those things. I think that he's interested in a political career, but I'm not.
None.
I think that you can do so much more, or actually an equal amount of work for the people and for the public, if you're not running for office. I mean, just the work that I'm doing now makes me very happy to go around the country, promote physical fitness, and inspire young kids to exercise. But I really, and I will continue doing that in other areas if I'm asked, but I do not have an interest in running for
Politics
office.
is a tough life.
It's a tough life. I mean, if you think about how those guys are getting beaten up every day, I mean, it's just, it's wild. I mean, there's no matter what you do, it's wrong, you know? So
Very few people could withstand the scrutiny that public figures have to undergo.
it's amazing, yes, absolutely. But before we finish with my segment here, I just want to tell you, Johnny, that how much, this is now, I think, the 30th time I've done your show, and how much I will miss you.
Oh,
I really, because it's really, and how much I miss you. Because, as we were talking about earlier, I came to this country and I wanted to really get big in bodybuilding and in business and in acting and so, but you cannot do it alone, and you need a lot of help, as I said earlier. And I think that there was nothing that gave me more help than your show.
Wow.
You had me here, this was the first show I've ever done in my life. I was really nervous, I was shaking out here and all this, and you treated me with care, and you were a real gentleman always. And so I really will miss you a lot. So thank you very much for all your help.
I appreciate it. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. And we thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Stay where you are. Okay, we are back. Now, one of the toughest jobs for a new young comedian is making his first national television appearance, and that's what this young man is doing tonight. He's a regular at the improv clubs. He'll be performing at the Improv at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, the 13th through the 19th of April. Would you welcome, please, John Bowman. John?
Oh, boy, it's great to be here. I just got back from Hawaii. I would love to tell you what I did there. I can't remember the single name of a single thing I did. People say, well, where did you go and what did you do? And I show them pictures, and they say, where is that? And I say, Hawaii. Because what it is, it's this ancient language that they have, which is all the vowels and 4 consonants. And they'll take 4 U's and they'll string them together and they'll put them right in the middle of a word. And you see that, and you think you could say, but you can't. You have to say, ooh, 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 ooh. And then they put an apostrophe and an E, and it's ooh, 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 E. That's the name of a town. Okay. There are 2 airports on the island of Maui. One is called, like, Hilly Willy Pooly, and the other one is like Willy Willy Polly. And I went to the wrong stinking one, and I was the idiot. The guy, well, no, you're supposed to be at Hilly Willy Pooly, not Willy Willy Polly. I said, if they're going to be an hour and a half apart, they shouldn't sound exactly the same. The one on the other side of the island should be called something different. That's all I'm saying. It just sounds like everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry. This is my theory. I think... He was in a big hurry. They brought him over. They said, Mel, we've got a new state. What would you call that? My. Okay, come on over here. What would you call? Fly. Okay. Mel, what would you call that big, beautiful bird? Well, I. Yeah, that's good enough. Come on. That's the I bird from now on. But originally from Michigan, great state of Michigan. Probably all came in the same Winnebago, didn't you? That's scary. Take out your map of Michigan and show everybody where you're from around you. Anytime you meet anybody from Michigan, they do the same thing right away. Well, I live in Michigan, a little place right there. You know, we fish up here quite a bit. We waited in line to see the Tonight Show out in California. We came back again. We also have an Upper Peninsula. You get that thing on there, you know. Except for these people can't point to where they live. You say, where do you live? And they go, well... My third grade teacher said, she said, on the seventh day when God rested, he rested his hand on Michigan. That's why it looks like a mint. She was pretty drunk when she said it, but didn't stop me from French kissing her, though, did it? No. No. Settle on. I didn't French kiss her. She didn't have her teeth in. I just like that. Oh, boy. So I go out and I buy a newspaper, and it costs at least 50 cents. I'm not going to say what newspaper it is, but you can get it anywhere in the USA Today or tomorrow, or whenever you want to do it. Okay, I'm wondering, how stupid are we? They have a phone-in poll where you spend $1.99 and you call this newspaper and you give them your opinion. It's a 900 number on the question of the day. I don't remember what the question was, but the response was 60% yes, 34% no, 6% don't know. Now, how desperate and lonely and stupid do you have to be to spend $2, take time out of your day? Hello, USA Today, the question you asked? I have no idea. Thank you. I'm wondering if it was really 6% or just one stupid guy who kept doing it. Oh, I still don't know a thing. Yeah, I had to be reminded to breathe about a half hour ago. Thank you very much. Goodbye. All right, now I'm going to show you something before I leave, and Johnny, especially for you, this is a lot of fun. I call this John Bowman's Instant Party Kit. Now, if you want to go out and have a party, you don't need any money. All you need is a coat that's too big for you and your own human body. And what you do is you pull your arms in, and then you put them back out again, but like this. Now you're ready for your instant party. All you have to do, get a few friends together and go someplace where there's a whole bunch of people, you don't even know who the hell they are and you don't even care. And then have yourself a little fun. The beauty of this is you go anywhere you want, do anything you want. Nobody's going to give you any trouble at all. I have done this thousands and thousands and thousands. And nobody has ever had the guts to go, hey, your arms are in there backwards, aren't they? How do you do it? I tell you, people go way out of their way to pretend I'm not even alive. And they do, they give me one quick look, they go, oh boy. So what I do, the person who thinks I'm the weirdest, or they get the most uncomfortable around me, I just follow them. Sometimes they try to run away. Hey, get back here, I'll talk to you. You catch up to them and go, hey, how you doing? Put her there. Put her there. Put her there. And you can't. I took some friends of mine to a sporting goods store in Michigan, right there. And I said, okay, gather around, I got a plan. I said, okay, here's my plan. Part number 1, you go into the store. Part number 2, I come in like this. Part number 3, you pretend you don't even know me. They all said, we like part number 3 quite a bit. So they went into the store, they waited for a few minutes, I walked in, I did this. Yo, man, what's up? Woof, and all that, you know. First thing I did is pick up a couple of fishing poles. I love to fish. And believe me, you do this, nobody will wait on you. One guy came around and went, sir, can I? Oh, boy, okay. So I'm running around giving myself high fives, going, yeah, all right. Taking bowling balls. Okay. So I said to my friends, how come nobody's looking at me? They said, yes, they are. They just don't want to get caught. What they do is they look, and then they run and they get somebody else to come back and look at you. That's what they do. So I decided I would have to get somebody's attention. So I saw my friends are rolling around the floor having brain aneurysms laughing. But there's one guy behind the cash register. And I thought, he's trapped. And he was standing there looking up the ceiling going, oh, I hope he doesn't come over here. So I went over to him in slow motion just to make it especially painful for him. I got over to him. I said, excuse me, I want to ask you. Ah, not this again. So my question is, you got any guns? Now, I tell you what, you may not do this tomorrow, you may not even do it next week, but I guarantee within the next year, you're going to say, this is a perfect place for John Bowman's Instant Party Kit. Go right ahead and do it. I'll give you one quick one that's a lot of fun. You can actually invade people's physical space, because they just look at you and go, God, I hope this ain't contagious. Look at that little guy. So, this is a fun one. Go up to somebody and just do this to him. Danger, Will Robinson! Warning! Danger! Danger!
John Bowman. We'll be back in a moment.
Redkin. Never underestimate the power of beautiful hair. Redkin.
Here's 20 new reasons to visit Disney World this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Call 1-407-WDisney now. He uses up more energy than most dogs twice his size. That's why we make Mighty Dog, with the perfect balance of nutrients. It does big things for little dogs.
Okay, we're back now. My next guest is an all-star band that played together for about 5 years and enjoyed each so much that they decided to get together and do a project. They're going to be in Minneapolis at the Orpheum Theater the 13th of April, in Chicago at the Erie Crown Theater on April the 14th. This is their first CD called Little Village. Would you welcome Ry Kudner, John Hyatt, Jim Keltner, Nick Lowe, Little Village. Gentlemen.
Sitting on the line, trying to change your mind. Red light, yellow light, green light time. Standing on it, buddy, but she still has a taste of you. Easing over some, I'll show you how you're wrong. Screaming like a demon when that quarter-mile call. Crankcase cooking, that's a man of no destiny. Oh, it's a matter of cold for you, she run hot for me. She runs hot for me. She runs hot for me. She runs hot for me. Well, she might run cold for you. She run hot for me. Come on, wind it up. She got a fire in her vein that's a high octane. When her heart starts bumping, her cylinders are jumping, and I'll give it to her slow, and she'll give me back the low it takes. Heart is burning down the line, 10 seconds time, half an hour later, still accelerating. Out of heart and got it in another galaxy. Because it's a matter of cold for you, she run hot for me. She runs hot. She runs hot for me. She runs hot for me. She runs hot. Yeah, she runs hot. She runs hot for me. Well, she might run over you. The girl's hot for me. I'm talking about pancakes cooking. That's a man of old destiny. Oh, let me tell you wrong. Hot, hot for me. Hot, hot for me. Feels really hot, hot for me. Really hot for me. Hot for me. Really hot, hot, hot for me. Really hot for me. Hot for me. Really hot, 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 hot for me. Hot, 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 really hot. Don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. Job to do. Don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. I don't work for you.
If you bug me at work, I can't get it done. We're too tired, baby, to have any fun. If you got complaints, then keep them here. Then don't come round, mess with the kid, cause
Don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. Got a job to do. Don't bug me when I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Don't bug me when I'm sleeping. Girl, I need my rest. I said, don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. Got a job to do. Don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. 'Cause I don't work for you. Now you bug me at home. I'm tired and beat. And I can't even stand on my own 2 feet. You call on the phone. You make me tired. I can't even work with my baby at night. So don't you bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. Got a job to do. Don't bug me when I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Don't bug me when I'm working. And I won't bug you. The sound of the tone. Better hang up the phone. If you wanna be my friend, don't bug me when I'm working. Don't bug me. Don't bug me when I'm working. 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 Oh no, man. That work whistle blows. It means I got to get up and go to work again tomorrow morning.
Little Billy. Thank you, fellas. We'll be back. Okay, Arnold, thanks again for being here.
Thank you. Great pleasure. Thank you very much.
Next week, Tom Selleck will be here, Ray Charles, Rodney Dangerfield, Don Johnson, Bernadette Peters, John McEnroe, Amanda Plummer, George Foreman, Dick Clark, John Goodwin, and Christopher Parkening. We'll see you then. Good night.